Before you hear this, I will sue you. Before you will see lawyers' letter flying all over my Instagram page. So let's talk about defamation of character. Welcome again, friends, to another episode of The Law and I. If you are just joining us, then you are so welcome. The Law and I is where law is made simpler and life is made better. My name again is Fola Kemi Jegede, and I'm your host for today. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Press the notification button so that you'll be aware when we upload new videos, and share with your friends and your network. You can't afford to miss this channel, and you can't afford them missing this channel. And today we are on the streets of social media, and we are going to be deliberating and sharing one thing that have been so rampant lately. And what is this? Defamation of character. Before you hear this, I will sue you. Before you will see lawyers' letter flying all over my Instagram page. So let's talk about defamation of character. A lot of times, individuals pursue this case than a corporate body. Do you know that as a company, you can also sue for defamation of character if you have the reputation of goodwill and which you think should be protected? The law also protects you. As far you can prove that your reputation is at stake or you have suffered damages as a result of the action of this defendant. So the court gives appropriate judgment in this case, whether injunctive relief, whether payment of damages. You know, a lot of time we see millions and billions flying all around social media, and all these things are at the discretion of the court based on the reputation of the person that have been defamed. So today we are going to tell you what the law says about defamation of character, so that you just don't go to court, or after the brouhaha on social media, we now end up in court, and at the end of the day, you still lose the matter. What's the essence? I will be sharing with you the elements that must be established in court so that you can win your case. But before we go there, what is defamation of character? Defamation of character, it is the act of spreading false information about someone to ruin their image, to ruin their reputation. It can be written, it can be spoken. If you see anyone saying bad things that are false about you, whether written or spoken, that connotes defamation of character. So right into it, let's highlight the elements that you must prove in court so that you can win your case. We just don't want to go to court and just fight. At the end of the day, we lose. Today, listen attentively. 5 elements that we must prove to win the case of defamation of character. Whether you are the defamed or you are the one that is saying things that will be sued, listen attentively. Number 1, the statement, the information must be false. So, if that person is saying the truth, you cannot be saying the person has defamed you. So, the information must be false. Number 2, it must be published. That means that whether it is spoken or written, it must be published. That means it must have been seen by a third party or the public. Not like I sent you a message saying something false and you are suing me. No, that is not defamation of character. It must have been seen by a third party or published for the public. So in a situation whereby that person has published it, and blogs, you know, those notable blogs, they've helped them to carry it, then publication, which is the second element, has been proved. Then the third one is it must harm thy reputation. So if you don't have any reputation, if everything on social media is bad about you don't have any reputation that you are protecting, then that element will not be proved. So it must show to the court that you have reputation that have been harmed by that publication. I remember there was a particular known celebrity, like three after COVID, that they published something, and all those endorsements that she had at that time, they started dropping her. Those are the harm to the reputation. But if you don't have anything to show that your reputation has been harmed by that publication, then you may not eventually win that case in court. Then the fourth one, you must be alive. Defamation is towards a living person. You cannot say they published something about your father that have died. Only if you can prove that that thing directly affects the reputation of your family or your company. So the person that will be suing must be someone that is living. That is the fourth ground. The last ground, you must prove that you are the defamed person. You are not suing on behalf of your family member or on behalf of somebody close to you. We see people on social media, the people that they are more interested than the person. I want Yoruba call them Boromi Deleru. We see such people sometimes. So if you don't know, I mean that the people that they are more pained. I'm trying to translate it for you. The people that are more pained than the main person. Those kind of people, the law call them, they don't have local standard to sue. They don't have the legal standing to sue. The only person that can sue for defamation of character is the person that have been defamed by that false information. Remember, false information. So if all these elements are true, then we are ready to go. Winning is our case. Defamation can be so a bit complicated if you don't have all these elements in place. But when you have it in place, so far so good. Supreme Court cases have upheld defamation of character when all these elements are proved against the defendant. I hope you have learned something today. I like what is going on social media because our rights need to be protected. But at the same time, we must get all our facts together before we move to court to sue that person that have released, that have published, that have defamed us and released false information about us, that have ruined our good reputation. Emphasis on good reputation. I hope you've learned something today. We can all enjoy social media by pouring out positive words towards one another and encouraging each other to good works. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you've learned something. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends and your network, and tell them in the streets of social media, you cannot just say anything because it's freedom of speech. You make false information, you will be sued. Thank you for joining us today. It is the Law and High, where law is made simpler and life is made better. Thank you.